Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. Root Beer here, looking at question 6 now on our Alberta high school contest from 2017-2018, that particular school year. What have we got here? Question 6 now. I'll scroll down a little bit. Ben and Cleo can paint a fence in 4 days. Anna and Ben can do it in 2 days, Anna and Cleo in 3 days. In how many days, as a fraction, does it take all of them working if Cleo gets injured at the end of the first day and can't come back to work? Okay, so we're going to have to deal with some fractions, some ratios, and the fact that Cleo gets injured at the end of the first day is kind of interesting, because that'll just leave Anna and Ben, who can do the whole thing in 2 days. But how much of the fence will be... Also, who paints a... Well, I guess it's like a picket fence. I was thinking a chain link fence. So we're going to have to dive in. Now, the first thing we're going to have to do is sort of understand how quickly Ben and Cleo and Anna can sort of do things. So what we're going to do is we're going to... I've seen questions like this before at various levels of difficulty, actually. It's a good idea to sort of name, you say, the rate at which, maybe say A is the rate at which Anna can paint the fence by herself and that sort of a thing. Okay, and so let's just jump right into it, start our calculation. So I'll have A is the rate Anna can do it, B is the rate Ben, and C is the rate Cleo can paint the fence. Okay, so we know that, I always wonder which is the best variable to name. So let's say Anna paints fence F in A days. So her rate at painting a fence is one fence in A days. So one over A fences per day. Okay. Ben would be 1 over B fences per day. And Cleo would be 1 over C fences per day. Okay. Now, what are we told? Okay. Well, we're told that Anna and Ben, or that Ben and Cleo together can paint the fence in exactly 2 days. Okay. So one fence between them, but they're working at a combined rate of 1 plus B. So this is how quickly they work. Ben works on his portion, Cleo works on her portion. Add them up together. We know that down here this is measured in fences per day. Fence over fence per day is going to give us an answer in days, and we know it's 4 days, I think, right? Yeah, 4 days. And we can get similar sorts of equations like this. One fence for Anna and Ben. It's going to be 2 days, and Anna and Cleo was, I think, 3 days. Yes. Now, this looks like a lot because it's a fraction with more fractions in it, but instead if we take the reciprocal, we can see 1 over B plus 1 over C is going to be 1 over 4. 1 over A plus 1 over B is going to be 1 over 2. And 1 over A plus 1 over C is going to be 1/3. Or if we use these little a, little b, and little c's that I sort of already concocted as their rate, whereas the capital numbers are how many days it takes them to paint one fence. So we can instead write B plus C is 1/4, A plus B is 1/2, and A plus C is 1/3. And there's a nice way when you have equations like this, they all look the same, but so they're all sort of the same. It's one variable plus another variable equals a number. And B appears twice and A appears twice. There's a nice little trick with these sorts of things. You can add them all up. We'll get 2 A's, 2 B's, 2 C's. And over here, get a common denominator of 12. And we'll get 13 over 12. So divide by 2. Okay, in total, A plus B plus C is 13 over 24. And what we can do now is we can figure out Anna's rate by subtracting off the B plus C equation, leaving just A. So Anna paints a fence at a rate of 7 over 24. Okay, or we could say she takes 24/7 of a day to paint one fence if we did the reciprocal. Similarly, B subtract off A plus C. That's going to be 13 over 24 minus 8 over 24. So Ben paints at a rate of 5 over 24 and needs to add up to 13 over 24, so Cleo should be 1 over 24 when all is said and done. Yeah. So that'd be 13 over 24 subtract 12 over 24, which is, 1 over 24. Okay, so we know the particular speeds that they go at. Or we could say Anna does one fence 24/7 of a day. Ben works he does one fence and 24/5 of a day, and Cleo does one fence in 24 days, which is not the best rate, but whatever. Okay, now if they all work together, so if they combine their rates, we know A plus B plus C is 13 over 24. So if they all worked together, they would get the whole thing done in a little under 2 days. Cleo doesn't help a whole lot. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, just double checking my numbers. Add up. Do they add up? Oh yeah, sorry, I was looking at so 5 and 24. Yeah, okay, everything works out. So for one day, and they paint one day they all work together. And this is so A is days, little a is fences per day. So we need to A plus B plus C. This is fences per day, so they would do 13 fences in 24 days. And so if you gave them 13 fences in 24 days, they would complete it exactly. Okay? So doing that for just one day, they would get 13 24ths of a fence done at the end of the first day. Okay, this leaves 11 24ths of a fence to go, but we now lose Cleo. So A plus B would be half a fence a day. Right? We're actually told that. So one fence per 2 days. And so how many more days is it going to take them to do 11 24ths of a fence? Well, divide by the number of fences per day. 11 24 times 2 going to be 22. Going to be 11 12ths of a day. So that's how much longer it takes Anna, was it Anna? Anna and Ben to work. So Cleo helps out. They do a little over half the fence. That leaves a little less than half. Well, these two together can do a half a fence in a single day. So it takes them just a little less than a day, 11/12 of a day to finish that thing off. Now, what do we want? How many days as a fraction does it take them all working if Cleo gets injured at the end of the first day and can't come back to work? So how many days in total? We had 1 day plus 11/12 of a day. That's going to be 23/12 of a day. 23 over 12 a possibility. It's sitting there right in the middle. It's C. Okay, there we go. Question 6 done quite nicely. On we go to question number 7. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the contest so far and you want to be kept up to date with the goings on in the channel, but that's entirely up to you. I'll see you for question 7 next time.